talk to you about the evolution of the organization and the program funding model.
The changes that we've made to our program funding model are among the most important changes that we've made to Dining for Women since our inception, because it will help ensure our sustainability and make sure that we can continue to impact the lives of women and girls for years and years to come.
Today to talk about the program funding model changes that you may have read about last month in the dish. We are moving away from the 85-15 model you may be familiar with so that we can become a more sustainable organization.
The 15% that we have historically withheld from our monthly chapter donations to fund our operating expenses have not been enough to fund all of our operating expenses. And in fact, this highly restrictive practice has been starving our organization for resources so that we've struggled to deliver our programs appropriately.
So what will our new ratio be?
Dining for Women's administrative and fundraising expenses, which when you lump them together, are typically called overhead expenses. They have been less than 25% of our total expenses. And we are committed to continuing to manage these expenses and to try and keep them roughly in that range. However, as is the case with all nonprofits, we don't know from one year to the next what sorts of investments and systems and infrastructure we may have to make in a given year that will impact years to come. So it's really difficult to hold ourselves to one specific number for every year because our investments change each year.
Some of our members have talked about that they feel Dining for Women might not be as unique as it used to be because we're changing from that 85-15 model. And we are still so unique. We are the largest giving circle in the world, giving to women and girls. We are educating we're educating our members, and since the inception, we've educated 28,000 people. And one of the greatest things now with this change is that we're not going to become a sad nonprofit statistic of a nonprofit that closes.
All of our members want Dining for Women to succeed and to be here for years to come. Our staff and our board of directors are keeping a close eye on all of our expenses. Our finance committee meets every single month to review our financial statements, and then we have an independent auditor come in and do an audit and a Form 990 at the end of the year, which we put on our website so that our members can see exactly how we are expending all the funds that we raise. And I am a chapter member. I make a donation every single month, and I want to make sure that my donation is having the greatest impact for women and girls around the world. And I think for all of our members, if you take the time to look at our audits, look at our financial statements, you will see that both historically and going forward, grant making will continue to be a very significant priority for our organization as we are working to impact women and girls. But our grant making, our featured and sustained grants, are only one part of our program delivery.
Right, we have 4 programs, and our grant making will always be the core, and also our membership education and engagement program that is educating our members every single month. We also have our grassroots advocacy program, and with that program we're going to be harnessing the voices of all our members to make big changes for women and girls internationally. And now we're also very excited to have implemented our partnership program this year, where we are investing proactively in an issue so that we can move the needle on a particular issue. And so this year we invested $100,000 in the Let Girls Learn program to try to be a part of educating the 62 million girls who are not getting an education now. Your donation is going to fund all of these programs, plus our program support, plus our administrative expenses.
And I know some of our members, with the change in the funding model, have the question, well, are we still going to need our annual appeal? Are we going to have our 13th month campaign and our founders circle? And are we going to get funding from foundations? And the answer is yes, because we will need all of these sources of revenue to fund all 4 of our programs, as well as all of the operating expenses for Dining for Women. So we will continue to need all of these sources.
Great, thanks, Susan. I want to thank Susan for helping me answer some of these questions for you. And I want to thank everyone that I've talked to so far in the chapters. I've talked to many members in many chapters, and it is really wonderful how much support we have for this. If you would like me to come into your chapter through Skype or FaceTime, I am happy to do that. And I just want to thank you for being a part of Dining for Women and the future of Dining for Women. Thanks.